Check, check. What's up, everybody? Welcome to MTG Brad. For this stream, we're going to be playing an Orzhov deck that I used for one of the month's seasons. And it fares pretty well. I tried all day one day to get up to another rank, and this deck or my play at the time just wasn't going to do it. So I ended up right back where I started for that ranking before the season ended. So I have not played this really since last season. I've dabbled with it a little bit, but for the most part, I've been playing whatever the net deck is, preferably Esper. So let's give this a shot. Some of the highlights from this are Basilica Bellhaunt. That's one of my favorites. And Seraph of the Scales as well is a fantastic card. So let's get in. This deck, it goes very, very long. Hopefully we can make it out from the red decks. Let's see. This is... Yeah, let's mulligan. This is... I feel like we do... Yeah, there we go. That's what we want. Got to make our first few land drops here. It feels like a pretty dense deck, where as the game goes on, I've never felt much of a lack of card draw, which is pretty wild from an Orzhov deck. And I tried to stick with the theme as much as I could, and as you can see, the card top there, Orzhov, Thought Erasure, that's not going to be good. We do have plenty of graveyard stuff. That's the other thing, where a lot of these Thought Erasure type things, like we have Eldest Reborn, and a number of other things that can work with a graveyard. So Kaya's Wrath here, probably not going to be too useful if they're running Thought Erasure, Search for Escanta there. We can mortify that search and try to keep them on tempo. And that's one of the cool things about playing those other decks, like the Esper, which I'm assuming the opponent looks like very, pretty much what I was just playing earlier on the stream. You get a feel for how important those cards are. Moment of Craving, okay. There we go. Fantastic. Kaya, this is running a few of Kaya here. I think it's actually a 4 of. Let's get rid of those. Those are... And so, we hit the board there. Dusk Legion Zealot is a fantastic card, I think, especially when you're trading with red decks. It's so much easier to talk about how this deck performs when I'm not up against a red deck. There we go. Vraska's Contempt. That's awesome. That'll hopefully keep Teferi at bay. And Kaya just... It's... The feel of this deck is... It's like a... when I was playing this all day, it felt almost like I was like a bank teller or something, with the Orzhov theme of the money. I really got wrapped up in that, because that's... There we go. So in a moment like this, where there's no war going on in the battlefield, the war is going on in the opponent's hand. So that's what we're going to hit. And Basilica Bellhaunt, fantastic for that. Gets you back up on life. Especially when they're sculpting their hand like that. We didn't find too much there with the land, but it is, it's something to exile here. And then we can exile Chemist's Insight. I love this deck. This is something I made. A lot of fun. Basilica Bellhaunt will balance out against red decks super well. Okay, I got a cast down there. So we're definitely going to be going with Eldest Reborn as our first choice of removal. And so they keep throwing stuff at us, and because we have so much graveyard recursion, like, it's fine. And even if they get rid of this Kaya, going against... Oh, okay, that's, yeah. Exile something from our graveyard. That sucks. Okay. That's not good. That's not good at all. Kaya's Wrath. Oh, man. Okay. Let's do -5. And I think that's something that I might have missed in previous iterations of Kaya, or, you know, getting that tipping up and down, ping in there, and we get the life gain. You know, it's not an amazing strategy, but it does kind of help put a clock on it. I'm surprised they're not... no, I'm not going to make them pay for that. Because they're probably running Kaya as well. This deck does not run Ethereal Absolution. I felt like it played a little bit too slow. So in these kind of matchups where that, you know, if we were to see value, yeah, some... Oh, okay, and then they get a Spirit Token. And then it's going to be a 2/2 Spirit Token. Okay. I'll be damned. So we're going to have to save our Vraska's Contempt because they're getting a Planeswalker. I think we're actually going to play our Eldest Reborn here. Get the removal. So right there, I'm making sure that I had the discarding the knowledge that they already had. Yeah, so they're doing another Spirit Token. Lost the Kaya. Yeah, so these actually, the Eldest Reborn, not going to be finding too much for the from the graveyard category. Let's see if they can match. Oh no, are they going to do... If they... Okay, I'm glad they're actually getting rid of that, because I don't want that hitting the battlefield. Kaya, okay. If we exile the creature, then they'll have to sacrifice Kaya against Eldest Reborn. Okay, so they're getting rid of all the creatures. So we've got a halfway decent target for that Eldest Reborn. Let's see if they're going to do a... Okay, good. So they're doing that now. So let's exile... Oh, let's wait till they pass into combat. Alright, so let's get rid of this. Hopefully we can get our Kaya back. Seraph for the Scales, maybe. We haven't released... Yeah, so they're just blowing it. That's... There we go. Discard, I feel like that's a... Yeah, cast down. That was a fantastic discard there. Keeping the Plains, because this is a discard matchup here. We're going to have to go... Oh, man. Those their spirit tokens are actually better than art. And then we don't get the afterlife at all. Is that that's the kicker? Okay. That there's no afterlife. That's cool. That's the flavor, I guess. I like it. Okay, we got nothing off of that. So we get some card draw. So if we can keep this on the battlefield, this will get some no, man. This is kind of a creature deck. Midnight Reaper, I'll take it. Is this gonna not die? And then they're gonna exile that. That's 2/2, and it's card draw. Two creatures in there. So then we would be net down one. Okay, so I'm happy with that life total. I guess they can actually flash that out. Yeah, okay. I think we just go smash it into him. I'm gonna Kaya's Wrath. We're gonna have to win this a different way. And Dusk Legion Zealot doing a whole lot of nothing. Got a Kaya's Wrath. This is silly. This is ridiculous. Alright, so they got one card in hand. We got a 10 turn clock here, so I guess we can. Alright, Vraska's Contempt, that's good. I like seeing that. Let's drop this so we have an even 8 lands, because we do have a lot of stuff at 4 with Kaya's Wrath, Vraska's Contempt, Seraph of the Scales. Okay, another one. So, is that all of the creatures? Yes. Okay, so now we're in a much better position to Kaya's Wrath. Thought Erasure. Man. Okay. So, one way that helps me stay sane in board states like this, which is actually a fantastic board state, it's almost like we're now just beginning the game. Oh, that's... Okay, it just exiles the card. That, you know what? I'm actually really liking Ethereal Absolution. In matchups like this, it did have me backpedaling a little bit. You know, Mortify, though, we haven't drawn into it, but Mortify is a fantastic answer. We got 31 cards left. But yeah, actually, in matchups like this, where it's so grindy, I feel like that is a fantastic card. And they're just exile. Yeah, and it's a good way to work with Kaya, too. Another land. And just as I was saying that this deck seems to draw a lot of heat, we're just getting 5 lands in a row. So I think for this, I could probably stand to go up. I think Vraska's Contempt is a fantastic card. Mortify, if we're seeing more of these Ethereal Absolution things going on. You know what, I might try to throw that in to this if I can make room for that. I was previously running Profane Procession, and I feel like that's a quicker. And what's it cast? There we go. Let's see if this sticks. Absorb, and then they're gonna exile it. Okay. Yeah, that's a good. It's a good card there. Teferi, what's up, buddy?
Let's slow this down. We need to move quickly.
Okay. Silica Bellhaunt. This will put us back at 20. Get some discard. Alright. We're back in business. Oh, boy.
No time for a break.
Okay, another Bellhaunt. Okay, it's good. The discard. Hallowed Fountain. Mortify. Well, folks,
You know what? I'm
I am. Okay.
hurry.
Check out my planes, dog. Check out my planes. Yeah, we're cooking. We're cooking. Well, now we got Teferi's gonna ultimate. I think we're gonna bow out at that point. Oh man. Okay, so let's switch it up. Let's go. Let's take a look at this Esper Arena deck, because this is what I think they were. Cast down, Moon Craving. Thief Sanity, good. Unmoored Ego, pretty solid, I think. A couple of Eldest Reborns, yeah. This just says 70. Yeah, this legit has 70 cards in it. I think it actually had, before I messed with it a little bit, I think it was up to like 74. Alright, so we're fresh out of islands here, but I'm liking everything else. We are 100% going to make Kaya's Wrath, which is awesome. Okay, alright, so we got a green ramp deck. Absorb is going to be a priority for us. Short of that, Kaya's Wrath. Actually, everything's looking pretty good. Let's do a cast down at the end of their turn. Onto the Steel Leaf Champion. So this is what we were playing much earlier today. I was on the stream, I think started out with this deck here. There we go. Cast down onto Steel Leaf Champion. Jade Light Ranger coming down. Cry of the Carnarium. I love it. What else do they have in hand? If we make our next land drop, we only have Negate open. Right? We do have Thief of Sanity. Yeah, it's a 2-for-1. Let's do it. The Steel Leaf Champion that we have to worry about. There's another Cry. That's cool. I like it. So we're gonna have to let the board build up a little bit. See if they drop on the next turn. Okay, Rabbit Bite. Blanchwood Armor. Hopefully we draw into an island so we can get a negate going on. Or cast down or something. Kaya's Wrath would be good. There's a lot of cards that will get us out of this jam. We cannot Thought Erasure. We got nothing. Get rid of the Reclamation Sage, I guess. We're looking at a lot of damage next turn. Okay. Yeah, I mean, no island. We didn't have the gate up this turn because of the island. Couldn't Thought Erasure the Blanchwood Armor away because of the island. 10-9, so we're on a 2-turn clock now against, like, Cast Down, Kaya's Wrath, any decent removal, Mortify. Alright, so we got our... It doesn't have Trample. So we could chump block it for a turn and hope to draw into another land, which would get us to... we're going to have to draw into Kaya's Wrath to stay in this. Mm. Okay. It was a good match. Thank you for watching. If you're watching, I appreciate it. Okay. Yeah, yep, this is good. It's good. Negate, cast down, online with the Watery Grave. So, this Esper Arena deck, blue mana, vital. Thief of Sanity, I'm not going to do it. You know, we could do Unmoored Ego and look for the Electrostatic Field, maybe. Depending on what their game plan is, hopefully we can get a graveyard hand library for 4 cards with that name. Skewer the Critics, so we can get rid of 3 Skewer the Critics. Or Wizard's Lightning, maybe? Goblin Gathering gets a negate. So let's get the rest of those, because that seemed to be a bit of a thing for them. Especially with that graveyard thing going on. Goblin Gathering. Where's it at? Light up the stage. Flame of Keon, Legion Warbox, Experimental Frenzy. I was a little bit hasty on that click. I probably should have confirmed that a little bit more. Legion War Boss. Alright, so we're short on Kaya's Wrath. Three damage next turn. We got to draw into specifically a plane, so that might not happen. So, a good target, I think, yeah, Cavalcade. Oh my god. Okay, live and learn. Live and learn. Once we can get Kaya back on there, or once Kaya hits the board, we can start exiling their creatures, get some life gain. I think that's our first priority here. And it's just not die. Let's get Skewered Critics. So we can space out the creature exiling over the course of a few turns, and then so we can consistently gain that 2 life. Okay, so they've got 2 of those going on. Let's get our Teferi and tick up Kaya. Goblin Gathering.
No time for a break.
Cool. Yeah, so we got Mortify right at the stage. Cavalcade. Oh, that's cool that we just see their whole thing. Yeah. So we're getting hit 3 times. I don't think we're going to get hit at all.
Let's skip to the good.
Pack your bags and hit the road.
Thief of Sanity. This is what it feels like to be in a good spot. This is what it looks like to be in a good spot. Compared to those other games, I will take it. Okay, another Cavalcade of Calamity. Hijack. Yeah, that was probably kind of silly of me to cast that. And I don't want them to have any gas. So I'm gonna actually exile our own. And then we gain 2 life, you know? Against this deck. I'm cool with that.
You're not welcome here.
I would like to say that I baited that out, but I did not.
Pace.
Alright, Glacial Fortress, Eldest Reborn, and we're good on that turn. Yeah. So if they have something that does trigger, let's ping them.
Your loss is my gain.
And we'll save the Chemist's Insight to really put an end game on this. And I'm just going to hit the Fairy for the ultimate. Because he might have... There we go. Okay, nice. That was a good game. Very nice game. Gold tier 2, in case you're wondering, ladies and gentlemen. Let's claim that prize. Majestic Heliopterus. I like to read the flavor text. Just kind of gives it some extra context and vibe, and it's just fun. I think especially with like limited stuff, and this is cool. It's a lot more interesting than I think I gave it credit for. Even back when I was playing World of Warcraft, I never paid attention to any of the quest text. But, you know, lately playing Magic, I try to I'm hyping whatever this quote is up. But yeah, I try to read some of the flavor text, and kind of brings me into the game a little bit more. So, Majestic Heliopterus, dinosaur, flying. Decent sized dinosaur, a 2/2. The Majestic Heliopterus attacks. Another target dinosaur you control gains flying its own turn. That's pretty cool. If you got, you know, like a 5/5, 6/6 or something, just some crazy beast on there, that thing could give it wings. Its rise is like the sun's, a beautiful beginning. Its descent is like the sun's, a frightful ending. Very nice, and she's a poet, Watley. Am I gonna do another game? Yeah, let's go ahead. Let's see if we can get this 15, and I think I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna get the 15th win for the week. So it is Tuesday, and we got 14 wins. Okay. So we're missing our swamp, and then we're going to be 2 swamps away from Kaya's Wrath. 1 swamp away from... Yeah, let's mulligan this. Okay, much, much, much better. And let's keep that. This is a good workable hand. Alright, so we're going to be doing Thought Erasure. Turn 2. Maybe they're going to do, yep, they got us in the Thought Erasure. So our creature removal is probably dead at this point. Syncopate might come in handy. Play Godless Shrine, just because I like it. Get us in that nice middle ground for this search. And then they've got the mana up to pay it. Do they have... If we actually want to syncopate with them... Now we're syncopated. Alright, so that has bought us a little bit of time. Dovin's Acuity... We could syncopate... Alright, no. We do have it open, though. A lot of draw going on here, but I'm digging it. Just negate it. I'm liking this. Hopefully we can syncopate a Teferi. I'm not going to worry about Dovin's Acuity. 1, 2, 3, 5. So we got 2 lands, you know, if we were to cast a Teferi. Oh, did I? I thought I missed. There we go. That's Chemister's Insight. It's go time. Yeah, Thief of Sanity. That's what's up. They probably got tons of removal, but even the graveyard, as long as it's out and about. Mortify. Yeah, that's... That could have been syncopated, but I want to see what they do. You know they don't have a counterspell, do they? Why are they messing about here? There we go. The Thought Eraser. Let's see what they got happening. Okay. Do we absorb the... I think we let that one roll. So we can syncopate for 5. Yeah, let's do this. Nice.
I like a good fight.
Let's get search. Made Dovin's acuity. Alright, we got a contempt there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. They've got us. They've...
I had guild business to attend to anyway. Good riddance to bad rubbish.
Syncopate. Not cutting it. Guy's Wrath. Alright, we got an absorb. Much, much better, I think, at the moment than a syncopate. Alright. See what they do? We have absorb up, we got syncopate up, and we got Vraska's contempt. So they're mortifying. Okay, just to get the card draw, so that it gets returned. That's a nice interaction, I guess. Let's absorb that. They don't get to do that. All right, now we get into this. Let's syncopate. Syncopate for 5. Hopefully I targeted that correctly. Search for Escanza. It's pretty solid. Some slow games here. Okay. Hell of a game. Hell of a game. I'm going to sign off for the evening. We got a pack here. We'll open this later. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please follow and be well.